Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the NRW, where nerds rule the world. And this time I actually said world correctly. I'm Heather Hurt. That's Kriya P. And we're here to talk about Barron's Cove. This will not be a long review, we don't think. This film was interesting, heartfelt, but that also does not always, well, we'll get into it. Let's start with the trailer, and we'll go from there.
When was the last time you saw Barron?
Is that Barron?
I know this is hard. But do you recognize these boys?
Do they know something?
What they're saying on the news about Barron, I know it's not true.
My son made a complete statement. It's a terrible tragedy.
His kid knows what happened to Barron. He was there.
You are not to do anything without my permission.
Anything that I had to lose, I've already lost. Ethan, I need to talk to you.
Today at 3 p.m., my son, Ethan, went missing from his school.
Did you hurt my son?
You won't hurt me. I know you won't.
What are you looking to build? Maybe I should ask, what are you trying to break?
He's the son of a future senator. You know what that means?
We have to find this missing boy. You can get into a lot of trouble, and I don't want that.
Caleb, why are you doing this?
I wanted Barron to be brave. Why should I want that for myself?
I have worked too hard to build this life.
Barron killed himself because he hated you.
I know that you did this.
Law enforcement is working tirelessly to find him and to bring him home safe.
We're gonna handle this locally.
I took care of it personally. File it closed.
We are confident that Ethan will be home where he belongs.
All right. A lot in that trailer, and this film, very honestly, is a lot. There's a lot happening. There's a lot going on. I was lucky enough, Kupi and I both were lucky enough to talk to several people on this film. I talked to the writer and director, Ari Kelman, and cinematographer, Matthew Jensen. And Kupi got to talk to the sound team, the composing team, which is really, really cool. With that being said, Barron's Cove is technically a revenge story, but it at the same time, it goes far past that. Caleb loses his son dramatically, sadly, tragically, when he is run over by a train, and him and his wife Jack and his ex-wife Jackie are left to put the pieces together, and they find it through. They find it by trying to go after Ethan, who has he decides to kidnap Ethan. Very short and sweet. I wish I could say that's not a spoiler, but it's literally in the trailer. It's right there for you. And what comes out is a daring tale of abuse, of loss, of care, and kind of a mob hit. A little bit. Kind of what happens in small towns when everyone knows everyone, and you always got someone in the background who is kind of in control of all of the things that is going on. The cyclical nature of abuse, family, compassion, all of those things come together in this action-filled story about loss. Those are a lot of words. It's kind of word vomity, but that's kind of the entire plot. It follows Caleb and Ethan's journey from kidnapper and kidnappee to something far greater, something far more important. And Caleb finding his way out of those dark spaces that he has found, that he has dug himself into even before Caleb's death, even before Barron's death. Wow, I'm really good at names today. even before Barron's tragic death. So with that being said, the main cast include Garrett Hedlund, who plays Caleb, Brittany Snow, who plays Jackie, Stephen Lang, who plays Benji, Hamish Linklater, who plays Lyle. He's that evil senator-looking guy. And then Christian Convery, who plays Ethan. He's the young child beside me. If you watched my interview with Matthew Jensen, one of the biggest things that they had, their budget was limited, and it was really interesting to see this type of film. But they also had to deal with a child star, which many action films do not do on purpose because that limits their time on set. But they did this. They worked with this young man. He did a phenomenal job, even with his limitations as a minor on set. So it was really cool to learn about those difficulties, especially on the very short budget and time frame that they had with this film. So with that being said, creepy. Initial thoughts.
First off, the title Barron's Cove. Whenever I think of Barron, unfortunately, I think of Barron Trump. Don't want to disrespect that, but I can't stand that family. But yeah, so that was just kind of weird, and it deals with a kid in this, so can't help but think that. That initially came to mind. Two people that also stood out amongst the cast that you mentioned, Heather. Tramell Tillman, who plays Felix, who is recently in the latest Mission Impossible film. It was cool to see him in this, along with everybody else that you mentioned, as well as Raúl Castillo, who plays Navarro, who's the detective going after Garrett Hedlund's character. Those two actors, I recognize them from other stuff and like them in this. Just this whole cast, everybody melts into their role. Just great performers that we've seen in other projects. So very interesting indie film. What grabbed me most is as a parent, and that's what this whole thing centers around, is what would you do for your child? And when something like happens, when it's the offender is another child. This hit me. There's a lot of questions that I was asking myself. Would I do that? Would I go so far? But then when you understand the other tragic backside of it, to turn that dial, even though this kid did this. But so all of those questions are there. I don't want to spoil on all that, although Heather mentioned what's available in the trailer. Garrett Hedlund kills it, gives that great performance that he has to turn it around despite his son being lost to him. Christian Convery as Caleb, man, we already interviewed him when he did Sweet Tooth on Netflix. Go check that out. Also based on a comic book for all our comic heads out there. Y'all know me and Heather are comic people. Go check out Sweet Tooth. But Convery kills it. That's a great young man. But in this, there's a moment that I'm like, okay, Christian, you got that punchable face when he knows what he did. And that's where it took me out. Like, okay, as a parent, I think I'm gonna have to kill this kid because he killed my kid. The teasing that he does, that a young man would do in this instance. But then you understand the backstory. I'm saying, I don't know, man. Depending on that line, I don't know what I would have done. But it's just a great, interesting film of something of a situation. As Heather stated, we got some great interviews. Check out her interview with writer-director Ari Kelman, which the interesting story behind this, of why he wrote this and why he did this, and his background was very interesting. So check out that interview. But I also had the pleasure, we rarely get to talk to composers here at the NRW, so this was a pleasure to talk to Gavin Brivik and James Newberry. I got to talk about how do they approach a film like this, and a story like this, and the drama, because even from that trailer, the music is there, but it doesn't overpower, but it gets you in that mood. I'm an empath, y'all. I got vibes, I got feels, and they are able to tick into that vibe and that feel to present a feeling in you. I thought that was really well done, and as well throughout the whole film. So go check out that interview. They have a Batman utility kit as composers. I love that. How they know how to invoke feeling, and just amazing. And again, Heather also talked to the cinematographer, Matthew Jensen. Really well shot. This is it's hard to say it's a good movie. It's just the tones of it make me feel weird as a parent. It's gonna rile you up, and maybe that's a good thing. But also, I don't want people to really take that a whole nother level. Hey, you beat up my kid the other day. It's time to punish you for beating up my kid. I don't want people to do that. So I don't want to say that, but it's an interesting film. It's a great crime drama thriller. Anything else, just don't do bad things. Don't, because a lot of people turn there's a lot of weirdness out there. People take what they see on TV, hence the idiot Trump listeners out there and his cults. That's what I don't want these people to take. I don't want people to take this and start doing bad things. But yeah, Heather, save me, because that's just what I'm worried about. But it's a great, well done film. That's all I can say.
Kuya P and I definitely have different takes on this film, but I do think that a lot of that has to do with being a parent versus not being a parent. This film is very, very parental targeted. What would you do? As Kuya P said, what would you do if your child was in the same position? You are not, of course, Kuya P is not an ex-con, so there's different layers there. But with that being said, there are the majority of this film is targeted towards people who could not comprehend their life without their children, and that's what we see Caleb really struggling with throughout this film. He's trying to do better, and the one person he's trying to do better for is his child. But for me, what really hit me was the cyclical nature of abuse. Abuse usually doesn't just magically begin somewhere. Usually, not saying that it doesn't, but usually it doesn't just magically appear. It starts somewhere, and then it is rehashed, rewound, and reused. I actually had one really great example of this is the Carter family. Nick Carter talked about it. He was abused, and then he took that on. So if you ever want a real world example, I always use the Carters as a great example of that. So with this being said, this is an incredible instance of cyclical abuse, and I love that they were able to really demonstrate that beautifully in this film, and in a respectful way. Like, that's the big thing, in a respectful way. Is it damaging emotionally? Yes. Is it triggering? Yes. But at the same time, it's done very well, and it's done in a way that will drive conversation, and that's what I really, really enjoyed about this movie. But at the same time, certain elements of this film did not hit me the same. Is this an incredible film? No. Is it shot very, very well? Yes. Are the actors doing their job? Did they hit some of those cues perfectly? 100%. Am I going to be rewatching this film? Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
It's not that it's a bad film. I don't want to say that it's a bad film. It's just not really like a chart hitter for me. But at the same time, if you're a parent, if you like tragic stories, if you like action films that are revenge adjacent, that have a greater plot than just Jason Statham hitting people, then this movie is for you, absolutely. But it didn't hit me in the feels that it should have, that it could have, like with Kuya P. There were elements I enjoyed, but there were also elements that just kind of bored me. This is a long film. The film is long and has a lot of parts to it. So with that being said, those are my thoughts. I'm actually going to kind of put it there as my ending statement. Yeah, that's it. TP, any final thoughts?
I agree with you. Really appreciate you also bringing up, even though I kind of centered myself on the parental aspect, the overall cycle of abuse, as you well put. I completely agree. For those that know that, might have experienced that, that might be a little traumatic in a way, but really well depicted to show that, and something we have to look out for as a community, as a people, to help those that we care about and stop the cycle. Well said there. But yeah, interesting film. And again, like you also said, hard to look back on, because it's a hard film, and it said it's long. It's 160 minutes, almost 2 hours. I don't know if I want to go through that. And again, I'm afraid of people taking the lesson. Oh, well, I think I'm gonna go hurt that kid that hurt my kid. I don't know. We don't need that. Because there's some dumb Trump right now.
160 minutes is greater than 2 hours. It's a long movie. It is a very, very long movie. It's not personal opinion. They could have cut a lot out. There was, I think, too much happening in this film. But I already said I did my final stuff. Anyway, if you've seen this movie already, because it is out right now on video on demand, if you've seen this movie already, if you disagree, if you agree, if you just want to tell us that Kuya P is wrong about the Trumpers, I disagree with you, but tell us in the comments below. We're definitely going to get them now. And helps us.
They don't know any better. Keep us giving those hits. Fuck Donald Trump. But
you can make those comments below, like, subscribe, share. And honestly, this is one of those times where I don't know why we made this political. We kind of just did. It's okay. We get those comments a lot because we do. That's why. Like, subscribe,
Because we
share, and all
care
those
about our
things we
country.
care. Absolutely. That's the big one. We care about our country. Anyway, like, subscribe, share, and we will see y'all soon.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Awesome. Kuya P, nerds rule the world. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like Nerds Rule the World. Like, I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Nerds rule. Love it.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julian.
Yes,
Rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
Absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies.
so much.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
It's your boy Kuya P. Nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.